Two ladies met in a coffee shop, and not only a friendship was born, but a creative partnership that's turned into a hilarious book every parent can relate to.
And here to tell their story are authors Normandy Piccolo and illustrator Elizabeth Marie. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I can tell you're the illustrator.
Yes.
So much creativity. I love your fashion sense. Now, the two of you have had really just this bizarre connection, so many similarities in your lives, even born at the same hospital in Fairfax, Virginia. Yeah. So you're writing this parenting book.
Yes.
The two of you are not parents. Right. You have said that you are not able to be parents. Tell me about how important it is to write this book for other parents after all of this process of getting together.
Well, I believe in taking something that's tragic and trying to find the good in it, because there's always good in something bad that happens in your life. And so instead of, wallowing on the fact of something that you can't have and you can't enjoy, I've seen like cousins, friends, even people in public with their children, and, and I take pleasure in seeing, that connection that you have with your child, but knowing that that's a factor that's just not in my life. Yeah. I just wanted to take something and give back and bring joy basically to parents that do get to enjoy that.
And in a way through this book, you're almost raising, kids, right?
I love it so much. Like you said, sharing in that joy. Elizabeth, we said at the beginning of the segment that both of you met at a coffee shop. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about how that went and how you both decided to team up together and write this book?
Well, I work at Mojo Books and Records, and Normandy would come there all the time for records. I remember it was an Amy Winehouse album that we both really liked, and we talked about that. And I do a lot of the art around the coffee shop, so she got to see what my talent was, what I was good at, and she just completely offered me, hey, I'm working on this book, would you love to join me? And of course, I'm going to leap at that opportunity. I love drawing, and anytime I can, it's always super fun, and I love it so much.
Can I see the book? I want to.
Sure, absolutely.
Can you tell us some of the stories that are in here?
Well, there's one in there that personally resonates. It's called "I Share My Biscotti with You."
Oh, I'm on that page.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Because when I was a young toddler, living in Nicaragua with my parents, I woke them up at 2 o'clock in the morning because I wasn't feeling good, and before I could even say the words, I got sick with spaghetti, and I looked at my mom, and much to her horror, I said, "Oh, look, I just share my biscotti with you."
Oh my God! Because that's kids, right?
Yes.
How is it that you actually are able to narrow down all the fun tidbits that you could use in a book like this? Because kids are just endless entertainment in all kinds of ways, and finally get down to the stories that you wanted to tell.
Well, for me personally, it was mainly just hearing the stories from cousins, friends, and just sort of the repeated things that kids seem to kind of have in common that they do, even though they do goofy things in different ways, and just drawing on that, just common everyday things that kids do.
What do you hope people get out of it?
It's hard to say. I just really hope they love this book and enjoy it as much as I did, illustrating it, all the funny stories, things that kids do. I love it, the darndest things, and it's just hilarious. And just to see, in a way, our own child coming into play. I even have one of them in there where I'm holding my little character. Yeah. So to me, it is my little child, and I love it to death.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your talents with the world. You can buy My Little Peanut Does the Nuttiest Things on Amazon. It's a great last-minute gift for the mommy or the daddy in your life.
Perfect.